Hi, I'm Gracelyn. After 30 years of pouring my heart into my little antique shop, Timeless Treasures, I thought I'd seen every type of difficult customer. That was before my son's wife, Vanessa, decided to make a scene that would change our family forever. Mom, we're still on for dinner Friday, right? My son Michael's voice came through my phone as I rearranged a display of vintage teacups. Of course, honey. I'm looking forward to it. How's Vanessa doing with the new job? Michael hesitated. That's actually why I'm calling. She didn't get it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She seemed qualified. Yeah, well, she thinks someone sabotaged her chances. She's been in a mood all week. I sighed, recognizing the warning signs. Should we postpone dinner? No, no. Maybe seeing you will cheer her up. She always admires your success. My assistant manager, Tina, approached as I hung up. Everything okay, Grace? You look worried. Just family stuff. Michael and Vanessa are coming for dinner Friday. Tina raised an eyebrow. The same Vanessa who commented that your china cabinet would look better in her dining room? The one who asked if you were planning to retire soon so she could modernize the shop? The very same. Well, good luck with that. Need me to call with an emergency halfway through? I laughed. I might take you up on that. Friday arrived too quickly. Dinner started pleasantly enough, but took a turn when Michael mentioned my upcoming business anniversary. 30 years, Vanessa said, swirling her wine. That's impressive for such a niche market. Have you considered bringing in someone with fresh ideas, marketing experience? Michael shot her a warning glance. Vanessa! I'm just saying, Michael. The shop has potential, but it's stuck in the past. No offense, Gracelyn. None taken, I said, though we both knew that wasn't true. The next morning, my phone rang. It was Tina, her voice tight with tension. Grace, you need to get down here. Now. What's happened? Your daughter-in-law is here. She's demanding a full tour of our inventory system and access to our financial records. Says she's doing a family audit since she has an MBA. She's what? She doesn't know I recognize her from your photos. She introduced herself as Mrs. Taylor, business consultant. She's currently telling Mr. Peterson that our display layout is amateur at best, and that she needs to speak to the owner immediately. Mr. Peterson? My regular customer for 15 years? The very same. Grace, she's making a scene. What should I do? I gripped the phone tighter. Tell her the owner will be there in 20 minutes. Don't let her know it's me. When I arrived, I found Vanessa holding court by the register, surrounded by confused employees. She didn't notice me enter. When the owner finally arrives, she was saying to my newest employee, Jake, I'll explain how outdated this whole operation is. My father-in-law would be appalled to see how his wife is running this place into the ground. My heart stopped. My husband never owned this shop, Vanessa. I built it from nothing while raising Michael alone. She whirled around, her face draining of color as she realized who she was looking at. You wanted to speak to the owner? I asked. Well, here I am. Vanessa's mouth opened and closed several times before she found her voice. Gracelyn, I came by to see if I could help with your business model. By lying about who you are? By insulting my store to my customers and staff? Mr. Peterson stepped forward, his weathered face creased with concern. Is everything all right, Gracelyn? This young lady was quite insistent about speaking with management. Everything's fine, Harold. This is my daughter-in-law who apparently decided to conduct an unauthorized audit of my business. Vanessa's face flushed. I was trying to help. Michael mentioned you were struggling with the books. I never said that. Michael's voice came from behind me. I turned to see my son standing in the doorway, expression stunned. You followed me? Vanessa hissed. I was worried when you left in such a hurry. Now I see why. Michael approached slowly. Mom, what's happening? Tina crossed her arms. Your wife came in claiming to be a business consultant. She's been criticizing everything from our inventory system to Grace's management style. Is that true? Michael asked Vanessa. I was trying to help. Your mother's shop is charming, but it's hardly profitable. I have an MBA, Michael. I know what I'm talking about. I took a deep breath. Vanessa, my business has been profitable for 25 years. I put you through business school with my profits. That's impossible. This place is empty most days. Mr. Peterson chuckled. Young lady, I've been coming here for 15 years. Gracelyn's expertise in antique valuation is unmatched in the state. And her online sales account for 60% of revenue, Tina added. We ship nationwide. Vanessa's eyes widened. Online sales? Did you think we only sold to walk-ins? I gestured to Jake, who was carefully packaging a Tiffany lamp. That's going to a collector in Seattle. Paid $12,000? $12,000? Vanessa whispered. Michael turned to me. Mom, can I talk to you privately? We stepped into my office, leaving Tina to watch Vanessa. I had no idea she was planning this, he said immediately. She's been obsessed with taking over your business ever since she lost that job opportunity. Taking over my business? Michael, what are you talking about? He ran a hand through his hair. She's been talking about how you're getting older, how you'll need to retire soon. She thought I'd inherit the shop. And she'd run it? I'm so sorry, Mom. I never encouraged this. What exactly did she tell you about today? That she was meeting a friend for coffee near your shop and might stop in to say hello. I got suspicious when she dressed up and brought her business portfolio. A knock at the door interrupted us. It was Tina. Sorry to bother you, but there's something you should see, she said, holding out her phone. I recorded something Vanessa said to a customer while you were talking. The video showed Vanessa speaking to an elderly woman examining a silver tea service. You shouldn't buy that here, Vanessa was saying. The owner marks everything up 300%. I know because I'm family. Wait a few weeks. I'll be taking over and having a massive sale. I felt my blood boil. She's actively driving away customers? Michael looked physically ill. Mom, I don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything, I replied, my mind made up. But I certainly do. I stepped back into the main shop area where Vanessa was peering behind the counter at our point-of-sale system. Find what you're looking for? I asked coldly. She jumped. Gracelyn, I was just curious about your inventory tracking. So outdated. Interesting, since we upgraded to a custom system last month. Cost $20,000. $20,000? She blinked rapidly. That's excessive. It's necessary for a business that did $1.7 million in sales last year. Her jaw dropped. That's impossible. Is it? Tina, please show Vanessa to my office. I believe we need to have a conversation about her future with this family. With pleasure, Tina replied, gesturing for Vanessa to follow. In my office, Michael sat rigidly in a chair while Vanessa paced. This is all a misunderstanding, she insisted. I was trying to help. Your store has so much potential. Stop talking, I said quietly. I've seen the video of you telling customers not to make purchases. That's not helping. That's sabotage. Michael looked up sharply. You did what? It wasn't like that, Vanessa protested. I was just letting them know they could get better prices soon when you what? I interrupted. Took over? Based on what? Some fantasy that my son would inherit a business I built from nothing? Michael stood up. Vanessa, how could you do this? Oh, please, she snapped, her facade crumbling. Your mother's been holding you back for years. You should be running this place, not working at that dead-end accounting firm. I love my job, Michael said quietly. I've told you that repeatedly. Because you don't see the potential here. Gracelyn's sitting on a gold mine, and she's too stubborn to modernize. I leaned forward. Modernize? You mean like our e-commerce platform that brings in $1 million annually? Or perhaps our social media accounts with over 200,000 followers? Vanessa faltered. You're making that up. Tina handed her a tablet showing our Instagram account. This isn't possible, Vanessa whispered. This shop looks like a relic. That relic aesthetic is our brand, I explained. People come here and follow us online because we're authentic, not because we're trendy. I've spent years learning this business, I continued. Years building relationships with suppliers, collectors, and customers. You thought you could waltz in with your MBA and take over? I deserve this opportunity, Vanessa suddenly shouted, slamming her hand on my desk. Do you know how hard it is to find a good position with an MBA these days? I'm qualified. I'm family. Family doesn't try to sabotage family, Michael said. Oh, shut up, Michael. You're too weak to stand up to Mommy, so I had to do it for us. I stood up slowly. That's enough, Vanessa. I want you to leave my store right now. Or what? She challenged, eyes wild. You'll have me arrested. I'm your son's wife. Actually, came a new voice from the doorway. She could have you removed for trespassing and potentially sue for attempted business interference. We all turned to see Rachel Chen, my attorney, standing there with her briefcase. Who are you? Vanessa demanded. Rachel Chen, legal counsel for Timeless Treasures LLC. Miss Williams asked me to stop by. You called a lawyer? Vanessa turned to me, incredulous. I texted her when Tina showed me the video, I replied calmly. Vanessa, you came into my store under false pretenses, misrepresented yourself to my employees and customers, and actively tried to harm my business. What did you think would happen? Her face contorted with rage. You vindictive old... Don't finish that sentence, Michael warned. Mom, what do you want to do? I looked at my daughter-in-law, seeing her clearly for the first time. I want her gone, from my store and from my life. You can't be serious, Vanessa said, looking between Michael and me. Michael, tell her she's overreacting. My son stood silent for a long moment. I can't do that, Vanessa. What you did today crossed every line. So you're choosing her over me? Your own wife? This isn't about choosing sides. This is about your behavior. Rachel Chen cleared her throat. Miss Williams, do you want to press charges? The video evidence of business interference is quite clear. Vanessa paled. Charges? For what? Trying to help this outdated shop? For misrepresenting yourself as a business consultant, Rachel explained calmly. For attempting to dissuade customers from making purchases through false claims about pricing. For unauthorized access to private business information. That's ridiculous. I'm family. Family or not, Rachel continued. Your actions today constitute several potential civil violations. I studied Vanessa's face, seeing the panic setting in as she realized the seriousness of her situation. Here's what's going to happen, I said. You will leave my shop immediately. You will sign a legally binding agreement never to enter any of my properties or businesses again. You will make no claims about being affiliated with Timeless Treasures in any capacity. And if I refuse? Vanessa challenged, though her voice wavered. Then we proceed with legal action, Rachel responded. Miss Williams has security footage, witness statements, and the video of you actively attempting to harm her business. The courts tend to take a dim view of such behavior. Michael stepped forward. Vanessa, please don't make this worse. Worse? You're standing there while they threaten me. They're not threatening you. They're telling you the consequences of your actions. Tina appeared in the doorway. Grace, Mr. Peterson and 3 other customers have asked to provide statements about what Mrs. Taylor said to them today. Vanessa's shoulders sagged slightly. This is insane. All I wanted was a chance to prove myself. By lying? By undermining me? I shook my head. That's not how you prove yourself. That's how you burn bridges. Michael, she turned to my son. Are you really going to let them do this to me? He looked at her sadly. I didn't do this, Vanessa. You did. And honestly, I'm not sure our marriage can recover from this. What are you saying? I'm saying I need time to think about whether I want to stay married to someone who would treat my mother this way. Tears filled her eyes. Michael, please. Miss Taylor, Rachel interrupted. I have the non-entry agreement here. You can sign it now, or we can escalate this matter. 3 days later, I sat across from Michael at our usual cafe. His eyes were tired, his expression grim. She's staying with her sister, he said, stirring his coffee absently. Claims I betrayed her by siding with you. Are you okay? I asked. He gave a hollow laugh. Not really. I keep thinking about all the little comments over the years. How she'd ask about the shop's profits. How she'd suggest I should be more involved in the business. I never wanted this to come between you two. Mom, this isn't your fault. Vanessa made her choices. He sighed. I filed for separation yesterday. I reached across the table to squeeze his hand. I'm sorry, honey. Don't be. If she's willing to do this to you, what else would she do? To me? To anyone who stands in her way? Tina approached our table with a smile. Mind if I join you too? Just got off shift. Please. I gestured to the empty chair. How's the shop today? Michael asked. Busy. That feature in Antique Monthly brought in new customers, and Mr. Peterson brought his collectors group for a private viewing. I smiled. See? No modernization needed. Speaking of which, Tina said, you'll never guess who applied for the assistant manager position at our new location. Michael groaned. Please don't say. Yep, Vanessa. Used a different last name, but same resume. What did you do? I asked. Tina grinned. Filed it in the special cabinet. The shredder? Michael asked. The very same. As we laughed, I realized that while I'd lost a daughter-in-law, I hadn't lost what mattered most, my son, my business, and my dignity. After all, some things truly are timeless. What would you have done in Gracelyn's position? Would you have pressed charges or found another way to handle the situation? Let me know in the comments.